like the moon and the sun. She is worth more than gold, like the stars in the sky. She is worth more than diamond. She is worth more than silver.
Women are the most beautiful creatures on earth. And so they are supposed to be loved and cared for.
Have you ever wondered what the world would have looked like without a woman? If your guess is as good as mine, you will agree with me that a woman is special, wonderfully made, unique in all her approaches to things. Yes, I would like to welcome you to the maiden edition of Her Honor on the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA Port Harcourt. Her Honor is a program that is centered on women and her role in nation building, with the aim of projecting the activities of women in the society. Blessing Wanukuro is my name. Today we shall be looking at the virtues that defines a woman. Joining me to discuss on this topic is Reverend Mrs. Titi Agbebo. Madam, we are welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Before we go to the main discussion for the day, we would like to have you tell us a bit of your early childhood experience growing up as a young girl.
I grew up in Lagos, and part of my early days with my parents. But when I was to enter secondary school, because of proximity of my secondary school to my auntie's place, I had to stay there. My auntie is a disciplinarian. And I thank God for her life because of the boldness she had to make some corrections in my life. You know, she taught me so many things a lady should do, so many things a lady should not do. And like I said before, is what is helping me even up to today. My auntie is somebody that will tell you how to stand, how to sit, how to, as a lady, you don't sit somehow. There are ways in which ladies sit.
Yeah.
All those things she taught me. There's a way in which ladies chew. A lady does not chew. Everything, the nitty-gritty of being a woman, this woman taught me. I'm grateful to her. It was tough. When you are being trained, it's not that easy. It was really very tough. But I thank God that she was able to do that because I'm enjoying it today. Growing up was, not living with your mother, not living with your father, it's somehow. When I was going through the training, it wasn't funny. But I thank God I went through it and I'm better for it today.
Going through your experience, what are the virtues that defines a woman?
Yeah, the word virtue itself means, the quality, the high moral quality in a person. And so, I don't know if you have heard this being said, patience is a virtue. So patience is a virtue. Decency is a virtue too. Appearing, good is a virtue for a woman. The way a woman talks is a virtue for a woman. The way, like I said before, when I told you about how I was raised, the way a woman sits is a virtue. The way a woman talks out there is a virtue. The way a woman stands is also a virtue. So there are so many virtues. We can take them one after the other, but there are so many virtues that make a woman a woman. And those are the qualities, those are the things you look at in a woman and you say, this one is a woman. There are so many of the qualities.
Women are the most beautiful creatures on earth. And so they are supposed to be loved and cared for.
At a certain point of my life, I had to go stay with people because I wasn't really brought up in a family that is well to do. So each time people come to take somebody, I'll be willing to go. My experience living with them was not really it wasn't really a good one. I had to sell bread before I would come back and eat. Sometimes I do carry kerosene. The first woman, if I didn't finish selling that kerosene, if I come back with it, she will beat me up. And none of them had time to call me and advise me. If there is any advice, I was giving myself there. I gathered the experience from it.
When I was growing up, my parents, what they tell me, that anywhere they gather, whether marriage or when they are telling folk tales, that if they are there, when I go, let me sight their eyes. If I look at their eyes and they close their eyes, they want me to go back. And the mode of dressing is very poor now. Mode of dressing. As of that time, you cannot expose your life, but you might follow your husband. You cannot expose yourself. Or you're going to enjoy wear any you like. Skin tight, you're going outside. No, if you wear like that, before my father, before my mother, my father, even at my age, I cannot be able to talk before my father. But because of mode of dressing, they advise me, don't go and dress in and I come out in order to spoil our name. So I followed, even now, follow that mode of dressing. A child, we leave home. Let me say by 8 o'clock, we come by 1, by 2, or by 11, parents will open door for that child. Is it right? And we greet elder. No, they don't. We greet elder. Good morning, ma. Good morning, sir. If you like, you go to work to fetch water. They will look you like this. You give them advice. They say, "Na old school." My parents taught me how to respect elders. That if the elder person go to fetch water, help that person. The person says, "Thank you. God bless you. Long life is your own. Children is your own. Good husband is your own." So those things that are passed, they pass to me, is helping me today.
Women are the most beautiful creatures on earth. And so they are supposed to be loved and cared for.
Like you mentioned, virtues has to do with so many aspects of a woman's life. Mm-hmm. And then if we really want to pick at the issue of moral, we want to look at those attitudes a woman should have. Physical appearance, the way she conducts herself and all her affairs. They are part of the virtues that is inculcated into her from the upbringing. So we want to see them, the way you will want to analyze to every girl child out there watching this program today.
Let's look at temperament first. Now, you see there are some women so quarrelsome. Any little thing, they flare up. And there are some women that don't even know where to fight and where not to fight. Everywhere is okay. But that's not ladylike. That's not for a woman. When a woman talks and talks so loud, it's not a virtue for a woman. Those are parts of the things that makes you a woman. When they look at you and they say, this one is a virtuous woman. But when you get out there, when a woman talks and everybody's like, who is talking? They are looking for the person. That's not right. It's not a good moral attitude to put out there. The way a woman walks, a woman is supposed to walk elegantly, confidently, boldly. That's how a woman is supposed to walk. A woman is also expected to be smart. We are not expected to be tricky, but smart. Smart and intelligent. All these things are achievable. All these things we can get them. All these things we can do them. Like I said, in the temperament is the way we react to issues, the way we react to the other person, whether it's opposite sex, whether it is a female to female. It depends on what we have on our inside. Whatever we have on the inside is what will definitely come out as our attitude. You understand? So when we don't have it on the inside, whatever we don't have, we can't give out.
Exactly.
So if we don't have it on the inside, then we cannot produce it. You understand? So our temperament as women has to be that which is calm, that which is decent, that which is in order. That's how it should be for us as women.
Judging from the way you were raised, you talked about your aunt, even though she was harsh, but you're happy today seeing what you have become as a woman. Do you see that playing out in this generation among our teenage girls?
Not at all. I think I'm very. I don't want to really say that we 21st century mothers, we have not really done well. And I think our issue is we feel that what I have gone through, I don't want my child to go through it. So because of that, we are so lenient with them. Because of that, we don't, the same hand that they used, in handling us, we are not using for them. We are so relaxed. And so because of that, what we have produced in this generation is of no value. And there's a lot of work on our hands to be done. If I must say, once again, we have not really done too well. We have slackened our hands. We didn't do as much as our mothers did. We didn't do so much. When they passed on the baton to us, we didn't run as fast as they ran. And I think that's why our own children are now affected. The morality in the society has really gone down. The percentage is very, very low.
Besides not wanting our children to pass through the things we pass through in life, as perhaps one of the reasons why we are not having it right as mothers to put this discipline, these virtues in the young girls, what else is attributed to some of what we are experiencing today?
We are not living by example. And another thing is we have also imbibed the attitude of the Western world. They don't correct their children, and we are beginning to live in Nigeria as if we are in America. We are beginning to live in Nigeria as if we are in UK. And that is not our own culture. We have left our own culture. Our own culture, we correct our children when they are going wrong. Our own culture, we watch what our children wear. Our own culture, we watch what they eat. We watch where they go. But the Western world, careless. And we are beginning to imbibe their culture. We are beginning to behave the way they behave, And I think this is part of what is also affecting us. Social media. You see, we want to live like they live over there. We want to live, as the other person is living. Fake lives here and there, is what is beginning to affect us.
Exactly.
Yes.
When they grow up, this is their world, this is their age, allow them to live the kind of life they want to live.
Exactly. They say this is their generation.
Exactly.
So let them enjoy their own life. But a generation that has lost value for everything, how do we leave them to themselves?
Okay, right now we take a break. We'll be right back.
Women are known or qualified from their virtue, the virtue they possess, the way they act and the way they behave. For you to know a woman of virtue is the way the woman carried herself, the way she speaks, and the way she goes about the things of God.
When you look at the woman as a person, she's just endowed with so many qualities that, compared to the men food, I think she's something else. God has so endowed her with strength, because she can be pregnant, go to work, come back, go to the kitchen. While she went to work together with the husband, while the husband is resting, with that strength she still enters the kitchen to cook, to prepare the food for the family, taking care to make sure the children are. The woman is a wonderful creature.
There are ways you will know a woman who is homely, and from a woman who will be on the warpath. The way the person sits, the way the person talks, the use of words we tell you this is a woman. Another thing is composure. When you see someone who is composed, you cannot rattle the person.
A woman should be respectful. A woman should be obedient to her husband. A woman is a type of person that can wake up early in the morning to see the need of the family. That's a woman.
Women are the most beautiful creatures on earth. And so they are supposed to be loved and cared for.
It's good to know you're still watching. If you're just joining us, the program is Her Honor on the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA Port Harcourt Network Center. Growing up as a young girl, a lot of influences from the family, from friends, from relatives, from schoolmates and all that. You see so many things. And there are those you watched, probably a movie or as in a story. You want to like toe their line. You want to be like them, looking up to someone as a model.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely, I had someone. I've always wanted to read mass communication because of one person, because of Taiwo Ajayi. Every time I watch network news, I'm so fascinated.
You mean the late Tokunbo Ajayi?
Yes. How somebody will not look at anything and just be reading. So I remember as a little child, I will look for newspaper and I'll be reading newspaper to nobody, because I wanted to be like her. So everybody in life is always looking up to somebody that fascinated them, and they want to pattern their lives, to that, yes, because they are looking up to the person they wish they can just be like that person. So I had that person, in my life. I loved her so much. I loved the way she read news, and I wanted to read mass communication at all costs because of her. But my father said no.
Okay.
My father said the industry is too corrupt. I shouldn't go there. So he changed the direction of my heart.
For you.
For me.
Against your wish.
Against my wish.
Oh. That's lovely. Sometimes they say that not all wishes come true.
Yeah.
It's not everything we wish for in life that comes to play.
True.
But be it as it may, you are a full woman. You are doing well in your right as a woman.
Yeah.
And you want the young girls to also follow suit and do the same for themselves. And that is the essence of this program for today. Okay. So that we can put things right. Often we have women agitating for things. Do we really need to, ask for things when we know our place in the society?
And for me, I think every woman should be up and doing. I said before, you don't give what you do not have. And if you are asking for something and you do not have, the capacity to handle it, you will soon lose it. So if we keep making demands for things and we do not actually show that we can handle that thing, then they will still keep looking at us as jokers. Every woman should be able to stand up, to do something for themselves. We are first of all human beings, and every human being should be able to do something in life, be an impact in life. And so it's not only the impact is not for men alone, it's also for us women. Women are not supposed to be laid back. We are human beings too. There's a joke that when a man goes to a woman to propose, and the woman is asking the man, do you have a house? Do you have a car? Do you have this? Do you have that? Now the question is this: you are a graduate. You went to school too. So where is your own house too?
Yeah.
Where is your own car too?
Yeah.
It's the same weather. We are in the same Nigeria.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing for all of us. So every woman should strive to be something in life. And that was why I said before that every woman should try and be smart, be brilliant, be intelligent.
Yeah.
So that any position where we find ourselves, we do well there.
Yeah.
Today, all of us, we applaud somebody like Ngozi Nwela.
Yeah.
Because they have given their lives, to impact lives. And so every woman should be up and doing that way.
Hey, Queen. Hey, Queen. Hey, Queen. Sister.
Girl, you've done it again.
You are constantly raising the bar for all of us and doing so flawlessly.
You do know that you're that girl, right?
I hope that when you wake up in the morning and look in the mirror, you see how divine you are.
Know that so many people want what you got.
You have dreams to fulfill and promises to yourself that you must keep.
I know at times you feel underappreciated and misvalued. Trust me, we've all been there.
So it's necessary that you can count on yourself.
Now, don't go seeking perfection.
Extend yourself a little grace.
Don't be afraid to celebrate the little wins as much as the big ones.
You, Miss Thang, are courageous. You are dynamic. You are principled.
So baby girl, just remember, respect is a minimum.
There's a sweet justice in knowing that the path you are on was designed for you and you alone.
Doing right by yourself never goes out of style.
Everything about you is majestic and a force to be reckoned with.
Trust me, people are paying attention.
You're special and worthy of praise. Don't shy away from it.
And you don't have to get your groove back because guess what? You never lost it.
It's also important to rest. Make sure your hustle doesn't get in the way of your health. Girl, take care of yourself.
And the next time you want to second guess yourself, don't do it.
So pause for a second right now and relax, relate, release.
You are needed, you are appreciated.
Girl, you make me so proud. And I love you.
Remember,
you are 100%
that queen.
Oh, yes.
Women are the most beautiful creatures on earth. And so they are supposed to be loved and cared for.
You are addressed the way you present yourself. Yes. I mean, if we are okay as a people, the society will know that we have a role to play. You might have something to tell us.
We should be off all this nonsense kind of dressing. We dress anyhow. They won't take us serious like that.
Exactly.
Now you are going to look for a job and you are not dressed well. What are you insinuating? What do you want go there for? You are going for a job and you are not well dressed. What is that one for? Even if I am the one there, I will send you out. Not to not talk of a man. So when your appearance does not show that you are serious, when your appearance does not show that you have something to offer, then nobody gives you attention. So we should look at the outward very well. Let's take care of ourselves. And when our children see the way we also present ourselves, they will follow suit.
Exactly.
It is because they see the way we dress. That's why they are also dressing that way. So we should look more at our outward too. When we look at our outward, then the outside people, they also know, they will begin to place value on us. Women need to place value on themselves. We are not sex machine or ATM, just to be collecting money. That's not what we are. We are people of valor. We have value. And so we should learn to put value on ourselves.
So that brings us to the end of this discussion. You will agree with me today that women have virtues and we have to stand up for it. And that is what we are saying. Let's brace up and amend our ways today. I want to thank you, our guests, for being part of the show.
Thank you.
And you, our viewers, thank you for watching. We'll be back next week, same time, same station. Bye.
Like the moon and the sun, she is worth more than gold. Like the stars in the sky, she is worth more than diamond. She is worth more than silver.
Women are the most beautiful creatures on earth. And so they are supposed to be loved and cared for.
Imamaya Bwagwaya.